Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching House of the Dragon. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 7 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. I just want to skip this. I just want to skip right to the show. It hasn't even posted yet as I'm doing this, but I don't want to talk. I want to see Sea Smoke. And I want to see Adam riding Sea Smoke. And I want to see Rhaenyra meeting up with, having a, how's it going? Nice dragon. Used to be my husband's. Sup. I don't watch the trailers, so I don't really know what's going to happen, but I have seen the picture of the two. And it is a gorgeous shot. It is a beautiful picture. It not only shows just how gigantic the dragons are, but like how much like Rhaena probably does not trust whoever is riding Sea Smoke. Because for me, like if I'm her, I'm going, is Laenor back? Like, and when she like sees that it's not Laenor, then she's like, who are you? Like what? Like, how is this possible? And I'm excited because I know that Adam like desperately wants to have a relationship with Corlys. I don't think that that's necessarily going to make this happen, but like it does like show that like he is important. And I mean, I think everybody's important. All the small folk are important. Everybody on the show is important, but it shows that his lineage is important and that it means something, and especially to Sea Smoke. I mean, being Laenor's brother, you know, that has to help, even if it's half-brother. But that was probably the most exciting thing that happened in the last episode, because the last episode I think was one of the best of the season, just because one, you know, like we got Sir Darkly that got poor Sir Stefan. He got burnt to a crisp by Sea Smoke, and that just goes to show that it's not easy to bond with the dragon, and when he thought he had it, he got cocky. And it was great imagery, because you don't want just anyone going, well, I'm just going to walk up to a dragon and see if they accept me. There has to be consequences to that, because they are so fierce and they are so dangerous. And I know we're always like, oh, boop the snoot, oh, look at the little fire baby. And like we do that because like we love them and like they are beautiful creatures, but they are dangerous. So I can't wait to see him, like, I don't know, do we get like a whole, like, you know, him having like a Falcor moment where like he's up in the air going like, wee, you know, like, I don't know. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Now, a lot happened in the last episode as well, with Daemon at Harrenhal and with Alice Rivers, and like, was Alice Rivers actually present and in front of him? And was it the same one that, you know, went to the Tullys? Like, we don't know. And she called herself a barn owl, so like she's mystic, she's magical. I'm rather enjoying his stay at the Hotel California, because it is I think it's helping him clear a lot of blocks that he has, because like, let's face it, Daemon would never seek out therapy, and he would never do the work to get over something. He would just keep being Daemon. And in this case, like him being here and him having to face all of these demons, especially not being there for his brother, and you know, the anger he felt towards Rhaenyra, and how like she never even wanted the throne and he like vied for it so much. And there's just like all of these moments where like he's kind of gotten to cleanse himself. And I think a clear head Daemon is a scary Daemon, because like he's not fueled by you know, his hurt. He's fueled by like, you know, his pride of being a Targaryen and fighting for his queen. I hope, I don't know, because like Rhaenyra very much wants to be a warrior. Who does she want to? Has she been studying Visaria? Is that her name? Who was in fact a warrior, and I don't know what happened between then and now for them to not like allow, you know, Targaryen women to train as warriors, because if Rhaenys knew a 1/4% more about battle, like I know she said, oh, and we're going into battle again to Meleys, but like she'd never really been in like a battle with another dragon. I'm sure she had been in battle where she had, you know, like what we saw with the Stepstones and stuff, but I don't think she had ever fought another dragon. And I think being trained to do that in just even a little bit would have helped her. I mean, she was a fierce warrior. I'm not saying that she would have survived if she had known anything, but like, I feel like if you're like Targaryen, you should just be taught all of that, and that would make you greater, better, bigger, you know, than any other house. I don't know. I'm very much for let's go, ladies. But she had that moment where, and I think it's very becoming as well, when she's holding the sword, she's all dressed in black and Masari is giving her a compliment. But even the bonding moment that they had, and I know a lot of people were like talking about it as though it was like, I don't know, taboo or something. I was just like, good for you. But like, they were two people that really confided in each other, and Masari had to tell the story of what happened to her with her father, with her throat, with her abdomen, not being able to have children, the lie that Daemon had perpetuated about her being pregnant with his child. All of those things, like for Massaria to really like let that out is to grow closer to Rhaenyra. And I hope that it's always honest and like it's pure and true. And I don't know if that's the case, but I hope so. And I hope she found a friend or a companion or, you know, a lover, a partner, whatever it may be. And I hope, because right now she's been abandoned by Daemon. You know, Laenor is not around, and you know, I'm sure that like, you know, seeing sea smoke flying out above the sea, you know, made her sad, because I do think that she really cared for Laenor. You know, she lost Harwin Strong, so it's just like her having somebody that doesn't leave her yet again, like her father, like all these people in her life. Even though her father didn't leave her, but like, you know, she didn't have anyone that she could remain close to. And I would hope that it wouldn't be poisoned, per se. Now with Aemon, he has fired Alicent from the council, which I'm kind of surprised she was still sitting on the council, because it doesn't seem like they value a woman's opinion anyway, even if she was Queen Regent. And I'm sure Aegon wanted her there because, you know, he loves his mommy and really wants to make her proud. And, you know, it's just kind of a way to be king in front of his mom. But Aemon does not feel that. He does not care about that. And also Larys wanted to kind of vie for the hand of the king's position. And Aemon's like, no, send for my grandfather. And he's not wrong. Otto Hightower like knows what the hell he's doing his hand. But I don't think that he could control Aemon any. He probably has valuable information and he can command the people around Aemon, but I think to actually take somewhat of control or, you know, tell Aemon anything other than what Aemon thinks he already knows and wants to do, especially when it comes to Daemon, I don't think Otto has as much power as I wish he did. Which is crazy, because I'm not a huge fan of Otto Hightower and his the way that he deals with things, but I am in the sense that like he didn't want a war, he didn't want dying, he didn't want the dance of dragons to even occur. So with that I say, yes, bring him back. Less people dying, because the small folk are dying. They're not eating. They are sick, and they're sick of being kept in King's Landing. Of course, Rhaenyra sends over a care package or two, and they all start, you know, grabbing food. And you see Hugh, you know, like grab food, and we know that like he's important. He's possible dragon seed as well as Ulf, and overhearing everything inside of the pub. You know, I think that those two will be driven to try to, well, I don't know. I don't know if they know that they can do that, if word has spread about Sir Stefan or not, but I think that they're going to be our dragon riders. Well, I'm pretty sure they are. And then I don't know about Alan. I don't know. He's going to be going off with Corlys, and I think I'm tripping over stuff. I'm trying to remember, but I think the Triarchy are also going to be, they're going to be fighting again, because I think that's who was at the Stepstones originally. So they've already fought this foe. I don't think that the, who's the freaking, with the Kraken? I can see the guy with the guy liner on. Why can't I think of it? The Greyjoys, that they're gonna try to get them to help as well. And I don't know if Corlys and his fleet can also fight not only the Triarchy, but also the Greyjoys if they join. Now, we've seen some people like the Lannisters, I think at Gold Tooth or whatever it was, and they had lions, which I am affectionately calling dragon snacks. I think a dragon see lions, they're like, yoink, kitty for me, which is great as long as like the dragons aren't eating people. So we're seeing more and more small folk being affected by this war. And then, of course, we don't want to also, another dragon is out there. I don't want to not talk about Rhaena possibly finding another large dragon in the Vale, because we saw all the burnt grass and the sheep. And, it seemed like Lady Erin was telling her, like, yeah, there's one out there. Maybe you should go for it. I think she should. I think her grandmother's blood runs deep in her, and she gonna be riding a dragon. So I'm super excited to get into this. I'm sure I missed so many things, like Alicent getting cut, being chased from the Sept, like all of these things. But that has to do with the small folk unrest. And then, of course, Helena. Like, I'm always like worried about Helena. She's like the only person I worry about, really, and with the whole Greens thing. And then, of course, I think we talked to, what is her brother's stupid name? Gwaine, about her other son, Daeron, that he is also out there. And I think somebody in the comments had mentioned he's also a dragon rider, and that he has a dragon, or like his dragon is somewhere. So, we have a good collection of dragon riders that could possibly smush and meet in the middle. And I would say that I'm excited for it, but that normally means dead dragons and a lot of dead people, as Sir Kristen Cole witnessed. So, guys, I'm super excited to get into this episode. Give me the sea smoke. I want to see it. I'm also really happy for Adam. So, guys, let's go. Beautiful shot. She looks so fierce.
What do you want? To learn the ways of dragon riders and to serve my queen.
Oh, yay!
Your Grace.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You have a dragon rider. A smile, a little one. Happiness. She's still mad. She's still confused. Oh, God.
I may appear lowborn, but I know much and more of service. And if the gods call me to greater things, who am I to refuse them?
Valid point. I support him.
What is your parentage?
My mother was a shipwright. My father is no one of consequence.
Ooh, interesting. I like that he was protecting Corlys, even though he didn't have to.
You have done something I feared impossible. Adam of Hull. I am glad of it.
That's what I was looking for, was the excitement in her eyes.
Do you think you can get him to Dragonstone?
I can try.
Yay! Cheers to Adam!
I have received word of a matter of great importance. Rumor of the sighting of the dragon sea smoke.
Oh, news travels fast.
As a
okay.
rider. Where did you hear it? My squire. He heard it from the stable hand, who heard it from his father, a fisherman, whose shipmate claims he saw it.
Gossip travels, man. I wonder if Jace has got a new friend now, or if he's gonna be harsh. I mean, Corlys is gonna see Adam and be like, you.
What of the rider? Do we know who he is?
He appears to be a shipwright in your employ, Lord Hand.
A commoner. With respect to your workers, Lord Corlys, the lowborn cannot go around seizing dragons.
Yeah, you gotta name him quick, Corlys.
Targaryen blood was perhaps too thin in Sir Stephen Darklyn.
Maybe not Targaryen blood.
With a more direct line of breeding.
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Did it just occur to her that she knows
You are
someone?
better served looking under the sheets and in the wood piles.
Oh. Look for silver hair?
The order of things has changed, Your Grace. Why not embrace it?
Absolutely. Because she wants to think that dragon riders are super special.
For For 20 years, the lords of this realm levied insult at my sons behind my back. Well then, let us raise an army of bastards.
Fine by me. Is Corlys gonna come talk to him? I want that conversation so bad.
I wish to ask for leave to relinquish my part as a shipwright in your service.
Your leave is granted. Well done.
That's it? I really want Adam to have Corlys be like, "You are my son," and hug, but I guess I'm just not going to get that. Is Daemon okay now that he's exercised his demons?
My condolences on the passing of your grandsire. But the Crown congratulates you on your ascension to the head of your house and Lord Paramount in the Riverlands. Truly glorious. Well done.
He sounds so sincere.
It does seem to me that you've made rather a mess here.
Oh, bold. I like this boy.
Barbarities in the Queen's name.
Whose side are you on?
The Riverlands.
The Riverlands are held together by oaths. House Tully swore an oath to King Viserys. We recognize the authority of the named heir, Queen Rhaenyra, and your own as her king consort.
Please don't get upset about that, Daemon. Bold kid, I like him.
Come along, Lord Oscar.
He looked like Maisie Williams a little bit.
And I have no love for Daemon Targaryen. He has
Good for you, Oscar.
And the crown with his comportment here. Nevertheless,
I love Oscar.
having so little experience to guide me, I see no reason to cast aside loyalty, no matter how loathsome I may find her representative, the prince.
King.
Consort.
Mind your tongue, boy.
Daemon, you can't take all these people on. Hey, little Oscar.
Will you have our army or not? I am in the end a riverman, and the word of my house stands, even if certain people are unworthy of it.
I love Daemon getting this little humble pie served to him. Choke on
Lord
it.
Oscar is bold.
Yes, he is. I like it.
I accept you as my vassal, Willem Blackwood. But
Yeah, I knew there was a but.
I am Lord Paramount of all river houses, and there is only one answer for the crimes you visited upon your neighbors.
I did only what His Grace, the King, required of me.
But you did not have to pursue such savagery.
Oh boy.
You did it because you wanted to.
Oscar!
Our young lord speaks truly.
I love this kid.
Oh dear.
Yeah. You put yourself in this situation, Daemon. That's on you.
No.
Yeah. If it means getting all the loyalty, I mean, yeah, you put a very dangerous thing in that man's head, and he went with it. He wanted to do it. But Oscar, dude. Oh. Alice, are you a goat now? Is it Viserys again? Oh my gosh, we are so spoiled. We're getting Paddy Constantine in 2 episodes. It's a burden.
All that pain it caused.
Yeah.
It crushes whoever wears it. You always wanted it, Damon. Do you want it still?
Oh my gosh. Love anytime that we get Daemon and Viserys back together. Well, it's nice that Aegon's out of bed.
I can't.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't forgotten that Aegon is a rat bastard, but that doesn't mean you can't have sympathy for somebody going through something hard.
Let him try again in a few hours.
He is spent.
It will be long before he may rest again.
I don't know quite what that means. Like, is Laris expecting something to happen?
Alan.
A word about your brother?
The Queen has found a new rider for one of her dragons. The rider is your brother. She now makes the call for others. Our people are of old Valyria.
Can Alan also ride one?
My brother was ever restless, yearning for some sign of his worth. I am of Sultan's Sea.
Very much so.
I yearn for nothing else.
So Corlys will have that conversation with Alan, but not with Adam? That's frustrating. Is Rhaena gonna go get herself a dragon? Because they're on their way to Pentos, right? Shouldn't you tell them? Like, they're leaving with your brothers. Or cousins, rather. Sorry, not brothers. Oh my god, am I gonna see a beautiful dragon right now? I don't want to take a sip just in case, but... Okay. I've heard this dragon is called Sheep Stealer. Damn. Okay, back to Alicent. The one story I like kind of don't care about right in this moment.
The lowborn claiming dragons. Was it her idea?
Oh,
Lady
jeez.
Massaria?
You were enthusiastic enough when Sir Stefan made his claim.
He was the Lord Commander of your Queen's Guard, heir to the Dunfall. These people are
Courageous.
mongrels.
Do you know who your father is, boy?
Did you think I would have dark hair?
She's probably hoping you wouldn't.
When you took Harwin Strong into your bed, did you think I might favor him, or did it not cross your mind?
Easy, Jace.
Jacaerys.
I'm no fool, Mother. The proof is here for all to see.
I thought everyone knew this anyway.
Yet I may argue my legitimacy to succeed you because I have a dragon. And now you say you'll strip that from me too.
Oh, I get his point. Yeah.
I mislike all of this.
Then don't pursue it.
She doesn't have a choice.
But I cannot gainsay that which the gods have laid before me.
I see Jace's point now. I was like, why is he so mad? But I was like, yeah, I guess that would let people argue that he couldn't be a legitimate heir. Gather all the white-haired people because that's kind of obvious. Gonna go into the pub. Tell Ulf.
You won't believe this. Word is, Rhaenyra is recruiting small folk to go to Dragonstone.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, they won't take you anyway.
They'll take him.
What?
I know. I can't.
He's afraid, rightfully so.
Sure, it's all true.
Spark and no Tinder.
They won't be happy.
I'll be very unhappy.
Never live it down.
Never live it down.
Oh, your boys are telling you, you gotta go, Ulf.
See a little glimmer. There's the Ulf.
Although great dragon rider Ulf kind of doesn't feel great to say out loud.
Ulf, the Dragon Lord!
The Dragon Lord! Ulf, the Dragon Lord! Wow! Ulf, 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 Ulf! That's such a stupid name.
I don't want you to go.
Hugh's got to.
I never knew my father, but I did know my mother. She used to tell me I was no different to her brother's boys, Viserys and Daemon.
Her brother's boys.
I tried to make my way with my own hands. I could not protect you. I could not keep our girl alive.
Their daughter did die. Oh my god.
They'd make you a lady.
I do not care to be a lady, Hugh.
She just lost her daughter. She just wants him to
Do
stay.
I want to be a widow?
Exactly.
I have to do something.
I feel for him. I feel for her. Wow. Look at all these silver-haired people. We're gonna see Ulf. Is he gonna do it? He did. Oh. There's only so many dragons. All these people are gonna go there. Like, the majority of them are gonna get burnt to a crisp, though. Every time I see the woods, I keep thinking it's Rhaena. I don't know what I'm going to see with Alicent, but I'm almost like, I don't care about her story. Unless she claims a dragon, and then all will be right for a hot second. What you doing, girl? Is she going for a swim, or is she going to try to kill herself? It's a really cool shot. So question, we keep seeing like birds in the sky. Is that supposed to be Alice Rivers seeing everything? Or is that like the start of the three-eye raven? I can't tell what kind of bird it is.
Each of you has left behind a life to answer this call. A life to which you might never return. If you survive, you will be transformed. No man or woman can face a dragon and be otherwise. With these 2 dragons added to our number, the enemy will have no choice but to give way.
All those people and only 2 dragons.
May the gods bless you.
Oh, it's a lot of people that can... hopefully the first person to try is the one. Or maybe like if they all stand in a line, the dragon will just pick out the one. Like, do you accept this rose? I mean, all these people came from King's Landing. Are they all loyal to Rhaenyra? Or did they think that Aegon is the king? Oh my god, we're gonna see Vermithor. Hey, buddy. Oh. Oh, look at that baby.
Your High Rash.
Will he listen to her? Oh, he is something. Okay, okay. Okay. I'm glad you're calm, girl, because I'm not. I'm nervous. Oh, beautiful shot. That for you, buddy? Hugh, you feeling it? God, that is a beast.
Who among you would be first?
I don't think it's you, buddy.
I've nothing more to tell you. It must be the dragon who speaks.
Oh, please don't eat him. Oh, I joked about the lions being dragon snacks. I don't think it's you, bud. They're like, we're getting the hell out of here. They're not even gonna stand by and watch? Oh, okay, she's gone up there. I was like, why wouldn't she want to witness this? It's not you! Oh! Holy shit. Are we gonna see a hero step up here? Hugh, Ulf! Oh! Ulf! Oh no! I thought it was gonna be one by one, but it is the whole fucking lot. Yeah, I mean, girl, you had to try. Like, I get it. Careful. I say, I don't know where you go from here. Hugh! Oh! Quit playing with him and just kill him. Oh my gosh, I have to put my wine down. Wow, he's having himself a little smorgasbord. There's like a whole buffet happening here. Oh! 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 Oh my god. This view is amazing. Hugh! You hero! Is this your guy? Is this your guy?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Oh, just lightly boop the snoot. They like it when you do that. Show you're brave.
Come on!
Is that your guy? Right? You two? Oh, with Rhaenyra up at the top, that is amazing. Oh, please don't end. I want to see what happens to Ulf. Oh, good. I'm like, Ulf, is he gonna find Silverwing? Does he not see a dragon? I see a dragon. I saw the wings. Oh god, is that where there's some eggs? He didn't crush them, right? Like he just went through like a little cocoon that was keeping them warm. It's your moment, buddy. It's just like a puppy or a kitten. I think, I hope. Oh my god, maybe I'm just being optimistic. Pet me! Pet me! I have chosen you. Ulf! Wake up! I admit, Hughes was much cooler in a sense, but like, he got dragon nudgies. That's love. Dragon.
When he does, the High Tower host will be unstoppable.
Whose dragon, though? Please don't tell me one of them came back here. Who's on this? Is this Vermithor? Silverwing? Ulf, why are you all the way out here with Silverwing? See, this is what I wanted for Adam. Oh god. He's not gonna go find Vhagar, right? And get her in the air? Okay, he's just gonna chase after her on horseback. Nope, never mind. There's Vhagar. Just resting in a meadow. I don't want Ulf to die already! Or maybe it was to try to get Vhagar to go out to Dragonstone and then to show that they have 4 dragons. Bela has a dragon. 5 dragons. Flee, Vhagar. Okay. Just showing that we have dragons. Oh! On the top of Dragonstone, how apropos! Fuck you! Okay, that's the way to end an episode. Oof. Okay. Wow, what an episode. I'm sweating. Okay, so obviously we love Game of Thrones because of, you know, the Targaryens, the dragons. We love it for other things other than that. But definitely when you have a show that is House of the Dragon, like, you have to feature dragons. And boy, have we been spoiled the past couple episodes. You know, I was already worried about the amount of small folk that showed up because there was only 2 dragons that could be claimed. Rhaena, of course, is searching for a wild dragon, which I am super excited about. But the fact that, like, I was like, we've been focusing on Hugh and Ulf, so obviously it's going to be Hugh and Ulf. And when the first guy came up to the front, I was like, boy, you ain't got no shot in hell, because we already know that, like, we've been focusing on 2 people, but I didn't know which dragon went to which. I just kind of assumed that they would be the dragon riders. And Vermithor is a beast. Holy shit. And I'm glad that Hugh got him in the way that he did, because him taking the food from the other guy in the last episode really bugged me. And I was like, wow, I didn't think that was the character that Hugh had, was to steal food from another person. And I get in desperate times, desperate measures, that's a thing. But I thought that, like, maybe he might be like, no, that's not the man I am. He's a man that wanted to survive. I totally get it. And I thought for a hot second he was going to sacrifice that young girl. And then when, you know, she runs away and Vermithor turns around and he stops Vermithor, I was like, whoa. What an act of honor. What a show of courage. Not that the first guy that presented himself to Vermithor didn't have courage. He absolutely did. But I do think, again, desperate times call for desperate measures, that there's a lot of people that are like, well, it's either this life or it's dying trying to ride a dragon and become something else. And, you know, Rhaenyra is not wrong when she said that it is a transformation. It is something that, like, you either die or you become somebody new and somebody else. And I, for a slight second, got really upset at Ulf, because I was like, he did not go back to King's Landing to join Aemond. Because I was like, he's been saying that, like, Rhaenyra is the queen of the realm, that she's the heir to the throne. And I was like, wait, what? Now, maybe, like, and that's what I said, is I don't know if all of the people that showed up had pledged to Rhaenyra or not. Because I don't know if that's the case for Hugh. I would imagine his daughter dying and them starving, that he wouldn't be loyal to the Greens, to the Hightowers, and to the other Targaryens, King's Landing. But, you know, definitely Rhaenyra giving him the opportunity to fulfill a destiny, and that his mother was the bastard daughter of King... Shit. Viserys in Aemond's Dead. I know, just me following it back up the ladder there. They've mentioned him only a couple hundred times. But the fact that like he's so close in blood to Viserys and Daemon, I think definitely helped him. OMG. So that would be what, Rhaenyra's cousin? Is that how that works? I'm trying to like picture a family tree, because a lot of the Targaryen tree just kind of tapers inward, or upward, and it's like straight, and then there's a couple offshoots. But like that's awesome that it's a silver-haired rider, which I know I was kind of mad at Jace, because I was like, this was your idea, bro. But like him only wanting noble-born dragon riders or pureblood, to kind of more help his stake to the claim that he's the heir to the throne. I mean, blood-wise, Aegon, is the heir to the throne Rhaenyra and Aegon, but like Aegon has a better claim than Jace does, obviously, because we know Jace's parentage. And I thought that was really well known, but I guess Rhaenyra had never talked to him about it. But, you know, and especially being made fun of with his cousins about being, you know, really strong. I get why he wouldn't want somebody who was not in direct line of a Targaryen or somebody with brown hair, because then that means that his claim to the throne could be challenged to any of the bastards of any of the Targaryens. I still don't know how Adam, and I guess it doesn't matter if you're a Targaryen, because I don't know who his mother was, but I was under the belief that Hugh's father was Targaryen, but it was his mother. So it's quite possible that I guess it could have been a Targaryen-blooded woman that would be Adam and Alan's mother. Possible. Or the Valyrian blood also. I mean, because he even said he's like, I'm of salt and sea. Obviously, Adam is not just that, and that he kind of has that internal thing telling him that he's different than salt and sea. And I was kind of like excited for Corlys to like maybe be like, oh, well, I'll name you my bastard. So then you'll be, you know, Adam. I think everyone told me it's Rivers or River. Oh, Alice Rivers. Or is it Waters? Waters. It's Waters. Well, Alice Rivers would be maybe a bastard of the Riverlands. Okay, so it still makes sense. But it would be, I'm sorry, the great thing about Rosé is that like I have a really, really good time when I'm watching, but the problem is that the thoughts come afterwards are kind of all sloshed together. But Adam Waters being a bastard of Corlys, Valerian, you know, like I thought if he got named, it would be a little different for Jace, or, you know, the stake of the claim to the dragons, but not knowing who his mother is, you know, that's kind of a problem. And I like that Corlys had the conversation with Alan, and Alan was just like, I can't, like, I'm not that person. I'm of salt and sea. And like, he knows where his place is, and he knows that Adam wasn't necessarily meant for the same life. And I'm like, wow. So we got, who do we have? We have Adam, Jace, Ulf, Hugh, Rhaenyra, Baela, Daemon, and Rhaena. So we'll have 8 dragons. And I was just kind of like, believe me, when Ulf appears over King's Landing, I was like, what the hell is he doing? He is not. Like, I thought he was going to, like, land and be like, oh, Lord, I serve you, or whatever. But the fact that, and I mean, Aemond knew how important it was. And I don't know if he knew that it was Silverwing, but he desperately knew that it was not Vhagar. And it wasn't, I'm like, who else has a dragon? I guess it would just be Helena? Dreamfire? I'm better at remembering the damn dragons' names than I am, like, the lineage of most of these people. But, like, I think they only have, like, 2 dragons. So 2 to their 8. Eventual 8. Because, like, Rhaena has not claimed a dragon. But she will. She will. We know it's coming. I'm so excited for the next episode. And I don't ever watch like in the next episode or like the trailers or anything like that. But I'm sure like somebody will post a screen capture that I'll see and I'll just be like, wee. I don't like watching the trailers for the next episodes because it puts into my mind what to say on my end commentaries. And I don't want to see the trailer and then go, this is what I think is going to happen next. And it had already been on there. But okay, so hopefully Jace isn't too hurt by it. I get his argument and I understand it. And what a great moment and a great acting moment between those two. And I don't know his name. I have seen so many interviews with these kids and they are fantastic. They are wonderful. I don't think I ever read their names. I just see them as their characters. It's hilarious, but like great acting moment for him. I think he's actually the youngest one of the entire group. Oh, when it comes to Hughes, or Hugh, I keep saying Hughes because there's another show that I'm watching that Hughes was in there, who's also a father. I'll cry if I talk about it. Anyway, like him losing his daughter, I understand his wife saying, like, I don't want to become a widow. I don't know if she would be like excited or proud for her husband either, because it being the Dance of Dragons, we just saw what happened to Rhaenys and what happened to Meleys, like, and they were paraded through the streets. And like it it's scary either way. Either he dies becoming, you know, a feast for a dragon, or he dies in the dance of a dragon. And I don't know if either happens. I would hope neither would happen, but I know that there are no dragons when we go 172 years into the future. You know, there's just the ones that Daenerys has. So I imagine a lot of these dragons, or all of them, get killed off at some point, and that breaks my heart and it makes me sad. Now, it's funny because I do feel sympathy for Aegon and what he's going through. And like I said, you cannot agree with a person's motivations and who they are. And you can absolutely despise the thing that they've done, but still have empathy and sympathy for them. You don't have to, but you can. And like, that's kind of how I feel about Larys, is that I know that he is an awful person and I don't like the things that he's done, but I also have empathy for him. And I think that that's what makes a dynamic character. And I think Tom playing Aegon, and especially in this episode, it brings out you feeling empathy for him, but also Larys trying to push him. And it's because Larys wants somebody who is in the position of king that like can show that he is strong, because Larys also had to go through those things. Not the same as being like a king being pushed, but like, you know, also he doesn't like Aemond. And also, you know, Aemond is scary, you know, sending the 2 Kingsguard to the wall for, you know, they didn't even start the riot, like, but they helped protect the queen and both queens. I don't know, what is Helaena now that Aegon is incapacitated? Is she just a regent? I have no idea. But you know, like I would be also afraid to tell Aemond about Sea Smoke, and you know, like Aemond finding out about Silverwing? Him finding out, like, you know, I would be scared to tell him as well. And which is why, like, the one guy wanted Larys to tell him, because, you know, I would hate to say, like, there's a dragon, Sea Smoke is out there, and he has a rider, and be like, who's the rider? I don't know. Well, why did you come tell me unless you didn't know? Or is it hearsay? Or did you hear it from somebody who heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody? I could see Aemond kind of being a dick about it. So I totally get it. But like I said, you can feel empathy and sympathy for Aegon and what he's going through. You also cannot. You know, you don't have to. I just do. I don't necessarily love seeing people hurt. Now, I don't know what was going on with the walk through the woods that we had with Alicent, and like, she's definitely going through it. And, you know, she doesn't think that she's important, which she has been proven time and time again that people don't find her to be important. That, you know, she had the service to king and to her king, Viserys, and then to her son into the realm. And it means nothing. People still attack her, throw fish at her, and she's hated. And I don't know what dark night of the soul she's going through, but hopefully she's having a great swim. I feel bad for her and sad for her, but I don't really know. I don't know what it means. I hope she found peace. I was like thinking as she's walking through the field, wouldn't it have been nice for her to have Helaena join her and, like, you know, I guess the girl. I don't know what the girl's name is. I just know Jaehaerys. But like have, you know, like Helena's like baby joining them out in the woods and them just being peace and quiet with the field and, like, you know, butterflies flittering around and all that. Like, Helaena probably would have really liked that. So how selfish. I don't know. Like I said, I feel bad for Alicent, but her son apparently is on his way. His, they said his name, Vermax? No. Vermax is Jace's dragon. I forget what name they called Darion's dragon, but apparently he has taken wing and his brother is going to join them at King's Landing, which will be great because apparently he's kind and nice and lovely, which means he'll probably get like the Tommen treatment where he's heartbroken over something or whatever. And I don't know. Like I said, I liked Tommen. I felt bad for Tommen. So I'm eagerly anticipating meeting that son. And then of course Rhaena, who's just like leaving her brothers to the caravan. She's like, I'm gonna go check over here and see if I can find a dragon. Thanks. I think if she were to find the dragon, which I think people have told me the name is Sheep Stealer, which it looks like it's Sheep Crispy. I don't know if dragons leave bones when they eat, but it looked like the sheeps were burnt alive, rather the sheep were burnt alive, rather than eaten. So I don't know. And then I'm like thinking, like when I hear the name Sheep Stealer, I'm thinking How to Train Your Dragon, and they're just picking up sheep and throwing them through hoops. God, I love that movie. Anyway, with her searching for a dragon, I don't know if we get a nice little bow tied on that at the next episode or not, because then we will have all of our dragon riders ready to go, and then the actual Dance of Dragons, all of the dragons, will happen next season. Now Daemon, Oscar Tully, he's no slouch. I was gonna say he's no grump, but like him standing up to Daemon and standing around all of the Riverland folk and all the heads of the houses and making the Blackwoods pay for the crime of what happened to the Brackens and for the rest of the Riverland people, and making Daemon be the one to do the justice was just beautiful. I like Oscar. I like that guy a lot. I don't know if we get too many Tullys in Game of Thrones. Like, I know, obviously, Kate, or Catherine? Why did I say Kate? I meant to say Kat. There's Kat, and then her cousin that marries one of the Freys, then gets held captive. He's a complete wuss. Yeah, I don't know much about the Tullys. I just recognized the fish, and I knew that was the Tullys. So I'm interested in seeing more from Oscar. Boy, was that whole scene just amazing. How he commanded that entire circle of people, and like pretty much was like calling Daemon, like, if you want my swords, you will do justice. And Daemon knew he didn't have a choice. And then he saw Viserys again. And I love that we get Paddy Constantine. I just don't know when this whole thing ends for Daemon, where he doesn't have to keep facing this. But I do love that Viserys was talking about like the burden that the crown is and how it crushes the person who wears it. Do you still want it? And Daemon, like, I will give Matt Smith so much credit that he really does portray the fact that he is like torn, or he's like his forehead and his face really tell that he is going through it, and that like instead of having like a stoic face, it really just shows that he's experiencing a lot of this frustration, anger, but also the hurt and seeing Viserys and how there's like the doubt that he would have been, you know, a good king maybe. And I do like that Oscar was like king consort and then called him prince, and then Daemon tried to correct him, and either way, he's not Rhaenyra, so learn your place, son. I love Daemon and the fact that he is an interesting character, but I also loved the humble pie that he got served in this episode by Oscar Tully. It made me very happy. Because I think he needs to be humbled. I don't think he gets to just storm around and demand things from people that owe him absolutely nothing. And the fact that like he was kind of like being like, oh, well, you know, we're past that now. No, we're not. No, we're not. Justice needs to be done. And I didn't know if Daemon was going to try to fight people or not. I'm like, you cannot win against all these people unless you call for Caraxes. Then yeah, no, not going to happen. But guys, if you want to watch the full length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this episode? Personally, anytime we get dragons, like, it's horrifying because they are incredibly dangerous, but they are also completely majestic and beautiful dragons. And these beings, like, they're so magical, right? And then, you know, you watch like something like How to Train Your Dragon, and you're like, that would be fun to soar around in the sky on a dragon. No. I mean, I love Toothless, my little boop the snoot. Like I love dragons, but that like really showed the small folk, like just the power of a dragon. I am so curious to see how this season ends, because I know it's going to be left with a cliffhanger. I definitely am looking forward to it. I'm not going to watch the trailer for the last episode because I want it to be a surprise, but I am so excited to see all these dragons. Which one are you excited to see in action the most? Because personally, Vermithor was huge, but I think Ulf is having a really good time. And I also really liked that Adam was very much like immediate, like bend the knee, like you were my queen. Like, the dragon picked me. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but I am here for you. And I don't know who I'm most excited to watch. I think personally Rhaena getting her dragon would be just wild, considering it's a wild dragon. I think that would be the most amazing. But I'm kind of curious to see Ulf, because when he went over a King's Landing and he was just like, whoa, like he totally had his Falcor moment, and like that's what I'm talking about right there. That magical moment, that magic shit I am ready to see. So guys, come back here for the next episode. I have no idea what we're gonna see, but I'm excited anyway. So in the meantime, I'll see ya.